The morning rush hour in Cardiff is a treacherous time for motorists. Overcrowded roads mean accidents and incidents are inevitable. And while they hurry to get to work, there's always the menace of the traffic cops keeping them in check. Like PC Phil Spiteri, who's got his eye out for bad drivers.
We always get, why aren't you doing something else, catching the criminal and this, that and the other. But I think they kept coming around to the fact that we've got to educate them really. And it's not all about giving tickets out, is it? It's all about keeping that road safe out there.
WI, Tango Mike 11, Tango Mike 11.
Keeping it safe means keeping it moving. Up ahead, PC Spiteri's seen something that's blocking the flow. A stuck truck in a particularly precarious position.
I've come across a broken down vehicle, Sierra 204, Victor November Mike. It's southbound A470.
It was a very busy junction and I thought he had his hazards on, he'd clearly broken down. So obviously I had to go and have a chat to him and see if he made arrangements for the vehicle to be recovered. But as close as I was getting to the vehicle, my mind was on the load that he had on the back.
It looks like a case of heavy congestion.
Hi lads, broken down, yeah? What's the weight you got in here? Sorry?
I've got about a 10 and a quarter.
So if I send it to be weighed, you're not going to be over, are you? Sorry? Oh, come on, you do. Come on, young man, you do. You know this is heavy.
It was hardcore. Bricks, boulders, cement, slabs, things like that.
What's the weight of this lorry in Leiden? Carries a ton and a half.
Yeah.
Too much rubble, and the man's in trouble. An expert's going to be needed for some advice. A truck expert.
Can you tell me, is there any traffic officer qualified in taking this vehicle to a weighbridge?
I contacted our commercial vehicle unit. They're the lads that are really into the tachographs, are really into commercial vehicles. They just like trucks and things like that. Like, I'm not a lover of trucks and things like that.
Do you want to come with me, young man?
Until a truck lover gets here, the driver's going nowhere. And nor, it seems, are many others.
I always speak to people the way I'd like to be spoken to. So when Mr. Jones turned up, we were able to have a little bit of banter with him.
Mr. Jones is the father of the truck's driver and its owner.
Hello, Mr. Jones. How are you doing? All right. The reason I'm here, A, because your son had broken down.
Yeah. That's why I'm here as well.
Okay, not a problem.
Right.
Only because your son had broken down, and secondly, it would appear that looks a little bit overweight to me.
You think?
Yeah. Don't you?
When you're on site, it's awful difficult to judge what you're putting on.
I can understand that.
By hand, you know what I mean?
It's probably a good 10 and a quarter on there.
Oh yeah,
Right.
at least.
Looking at it, it does look overweight to me. All right, mate.
Yeah, it's got to be done. It's got to be done.
Yeah.
To be honest, we try and run our vehicles correct.
I'm not saying you're not.
It's tax, it's MOT.
That's fine. That's
You know what I
fine.
mean?
I'm not suggesting any other thing.
All right.
He was a bit irate first, but he was a really nice character, actually.
With no sign of anyone coming from the commercial vehicle unit, the Joneses are hoping to make a quick getaway. With a tow. Time is money in their game.
Well, at least you're busy.
You're flat out.
Well, there's no credit crunch for you
I
then.
do a lot for coppers.
Oh, if I have £1 for everybody that tells
on my
me that.
life, one of the boys off the mountain in Bridgend the other day.
Yeah?
Ginger, can't think of his last name. Phil the Pig. Do you remember Phil the Pig in Bridgend?
Phil the Pig. No.
Not because I sounded terrible. Not because he was a cop, but he actually used to keep pigs.
Did he?
He was top dog in Bridgend, Phil Jones.
No.
You get members of the public saying that to you, do you know PC so-and-so, so-and-so? And you say no. And they look at you amazement because you don't know them. They expect you to know everyone.
I don't know a lot of them because I'm all from this area. I don't do a lot of work down there.
No, that was nothing to do with his job.
I'm in God's
actually,
country,
right?
I am.
Oh, God's country's our way, look.
No.
And at one point, he said, why do you smile? How can I trust you when you smile when you're talking to me? I said, oh, well, Mr. Jones, you've got to have a laugh and a giggle, haven't you?
Not because...
I think members of the public forget that we are human as well. We are human.
While PC Spiteri works on Mr. Jones's trust and the race goes on to clear the road, in Grangetown, near the city centre, some more ordinary humans are on patrol.
Prove me.
PC's Daryl Hanks and Buzz Lightfield.
We're not superhumans, we're just normal people in the uniform. We're no different from anybody else.
But the uniform does confer some special powers. The power to uphold the law and the power to arrest people.
So the people we come into contact with are the people we need perhaps to be coming into contact with, because they're the ones who are out there causing problems.
Some more special power is needed from the BMW to get after some problem bikers.
We saw this 50cc scooter with a guy on the back of it with no helmet on. A lot of these scooters get stolen and kids race around on them. As soon as a police car comes along, they're not fast enough to get away, but they'll look to go down a back alleyway and they just dump them.
But these aren't the usual kids, and they haven't been quick enough to just dump the bike.
I don't think they'd realised they hadn't looked behind, and they didn't realise they had a traffic car behind them at that point.
Hey! Don't go away, mate, or you'll be locked up. Fella! Hey! Mate, grow up.
They're no match for the cops on foot either.
Right, you gotta be placed under arrest.
Pardon?
I said you gotta be placed under arrest, so you just cooperate for 5 minutes, can't you? So we pulled up behind them, the passengers started to walk away quite quickly. So we had to be quickly grabbed hold of and brought back. I think the rider was in the process of walking away from the bike as well. He wasn't quite keen to have a chat with us. And at that point, you don't really know why they're walking away. And they could be walking away because they wanted something more serious. And so obviously it's a case of just grabbing hold of them and put them in the car and go from there then.
Right then. Go with the rider first of all. What's your name?
Barry, mate.
What is it?
Barry.
Double R-Y, is it?
Yeah.
You've been in trouble with the police over the years?
Yeah, been off for a while now, so.
Okay.
They were quite forthcoming with their details. They weren't being obstructive in terms of giving us false details and this and that. They came up with their details straight away.
You've got a full licence, yeah?
Provisional, Joe.
Provisional.
A glance at the bike and PC Lightfield spotted a problem. Learners can't carry passengers, especially passengers without helmets.
Your insurance for your bike?
It's just Renault drive.
So there's no insurance on it either.
And there's no insurance either. It looks like the bike might be seized.
Is it taxed?
Yes.
Good.
It should be anyway.
One is negative, and HCL is showing as being provisional, revoked or refused.
No insurance and no licence. The bike's definitely going to be seized.
They've got no documents whatsoever. So if he collided with a pedestrian or with another vehicle, he's not going to stop, he's not going to remain there, and these are the people we need to be taken off the roads.
True to form, anyone stopped on the road fails to see it means anything.
It all makes me laugh. Go and catch a real crooks, the paedophiles and all that. Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Fine, mate,
yeah, go and catch them.
We get a bit of that occasionally, you know, you get a bit of, oh, haven't you got anything better to do? And no, at this present time we're here dealing with you because you're the person who's out there committing these offences.
One for £30 for the passenger.
That's yours, £30 fixed penalty for not wearing helmet gear. What's the passenger?
I ain't paying it. So
yeah.
But he's not having it.
It's all right, mate. So you should get reported for that offence.
I don't care. I don't care.
I don't care if you don't care,
yeah.
but I'm telling you
Just
anyway.
Let me go. Just let me go.
You can go when I finish with you.
Alright. Talk your shit. Go on.
So you get reported for that offence, you don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
Rip it up, mate, I'll arrest you.
I told you.
Fine.
Right, your wrist.
Your nick, mate, you're under arrest.
For what?
You'd be dealt with the nick now.
What, because of that?
Yeah. You're not complying, so you'd be dealt with the nick.
Alright, I'll
you'd
pay
be
it.
charged to court.
I'll pay it.
Charged to court.
The threat of being arrested and the man's quickly changing his tune.
Don't mess about with people, you don't mess about. We'll do it back at the nick, alright?
He saw sense for that few moments. We needed him to see sense.
I will pay you now.
Is it? Well, you've ripped it up now, innit? So
No,
it's a bit late now, isn't it?
No, I can
it's a
put
bit
it
late
together.
now, innit? It's a bit late now, innit?
No, I can put it together.
Yeah? If you want to go around the back of a bike, it's not an issue, no helmet on, draw attention to yourself, accept the consequences like a man in it. Don't start giving us all a hassle and rip the ticket up. You can call us all the names in the sun once we've gone, can't you? Yeah? Once he was calmed down and everything was back to normal, obviously just de-arrested him, cuffs came off him and he was quite calm and quite mellow then. So don't be silly now when you get home. Stick that back together again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got 28 days to pay that, Mike. I know you'll say you don't give a monkey's like, but it was a case of means to an end. We needed to get him to accept his fixed penalty or issue for a summons. If he's not prepared to do that, then ultimately he's going to have to be put before the courts.
Unable to find his tax disc.
If it's not on you, don't worry if it's not on you, mate, don't worry. All right, mate.
The owner's going to be put before the court for that as well now.
Obviously now the summons will have no tax on it as well. Take care. Yeah, that nice bike for you to ride back to, Nick.
He's left his helmet as well.
Yeah.
Fifth fit's already back, mate.
While the two men take off on their heels, PC Hanks is going to ride off on their wheels.
It's going to take a while for the recovery to get here. And we're in quite a potentially volatile area with people coming about and what we've just done. So he's very kindly left his helmet. So I'll ride the bike back to the recovery, which is just around the corner really. So could be interesting now.
That is, of course, if he can get the thing started.
That was the plan.
Back on the A470, the plan to move the broken down lorry quickly has failed. It's still stuck. But at least the expert from the commercial vehicle unit has arrived.
It's broken down. Dad has just turned up now, chained it, ready to take it away. But I'm not happy with that going because to me it looks overweight.
You get to know how much a vehicle can carry just by your experience of being on the department for some time. And just by looking at the vehicle, you could see it was overloaded as I drove up behind it.
It's not only illegal to overload, it's also highly dangerous.
My main role is to reduce road death. And by Mr. Jones overloading his vehicle, he could have been in a situation whereby he's come down to those traffic lights, had to brake sharply, unable to do so because he's got so much weight on the vehicle. He's gone through the lights into an unsuspecting person coming round the roundabout.
Did you want to wait before you moved it? No. Do you know how much you've got on board?
I'd say about a 10 and a quarter, I would. It's all big stuff, it just looks small and what.
By the driver's estimation, he could get another quarter of a ton on before being illegal. PC Young thinks otherwise, and the truck's springs, which have been bent the wrong way, seem to confirm that.
Which is indicating that the weight on the back axle is too much.
Right.
So we need to go to the weigh bridge now and weigh it.
The more weight put on to the springs, the flatter they become.
So normally the springs would be either like that, or like that. So at the moment they're like that.
Instead of being a smiley face, they're actually a sad face. They're going downwards, they're pointing down, which is an immediate indicator the vehicle is overloaded.
So that's an indication that it's overweight.
Yeah.
Okay? Like I say, I wanted you to come here just to verify everything and make sure everything's okay.
I then asked for a recovery truck to come and pick it up so we could go and weigh it.
Does it look that horrendous? I mean, the vehicle is taxed, insured, MOT'd, and all you're trying to do is earn a living. And all right, it might be a quarter of a ton over, but they come out with a stupid thing like, why didn't you weigh it before you left the job? It's outside somebody's house. How'd you weigh it outside somebody's house? It's broken down anyway, but it's too dangerous with the load on it to let it travel on its journey. So we need to get it recovered from here and taken to wherever we're going to weigh it. I just said to him, I said, there's nothing wrong with the vehicle, everything is right. I went to show him my check stubs to show him, I paid the MOT, but I looked for it 2 weeks ago. Waste of time, isn't it? It's a waste of time. It's all ridiculous stuff. It's a pity they didn't go out and catch a criminal. You know, because you're sitting there, you feel as if you're mass murderers. Instead of that, there's probably 2 bricks on there, too many. You know, absolutely ridiculous.
He was annoyed that maybe his lorry was caught overloaded, his truck. He thought he was a brick or two. Mind, a couple of big bricks there, isn't there? He was having a bad day. He was saying that this truck that had broken down had just been MOT'd and he's only trying to make a living.
It's turning into an expensive day too. £150 for the low loader to take his truck to the weigh bridge for starters. The other broken down vehicle, the scooter in Grangetown, is no nearer being moved.
It's a push start, eh?
Yeah, but the problem was it had an electric start on the handlebars.
Pull a clutch in.
There's no clutch,
no clutch on it, is it? It's flipping there.
It was quite clear that there was electric start on it, but there was no power.
What's that light flashing for there?
Don't know.
Yeah, what's that?
Stand up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Keep on there. I don't know where there.
What's that red light there? That's an immobiliser light, that is.
I know it. For love nor money, I could not get this thing going.
What's that lever for there?
Yeah, rear brake, possibly.
What's that with the... You can't jump start it, can you?
No.
I'm not pushing it.
Pull the front brake, start it, and that's it. That's all you do. We've tried everything, which was a bit embarrassing because I'm a biker myself and I just couldn't, for the life of me, get this thing going.
Across town, near the docks, the suspected overloaded truck is going onto the weighing machine. Mr. Jones is anxiously watching his weight.
There's probably about 5 bricks too many on the back of the lorry, and this is what we're going through for it.
Well, that's the way it's got to be.
It's unbelievable.
It's got to be like that, haven't it?
I can't believe it.
You'll make sure that your lads they will underload the vehicle from now on and not overload it, won't you?
We don't always overload it yet, do we?
No, we don't. But as I say, the springs are showing.
Let's not guilty before, let's get guilty after, right?
We'll do the guilty part after, all right.
The stakes are high. Up to £5,000 if the lorry is overweight or if any of the axles are overloaded.
Want me to go on as well with a bit of luck? I'd probably weigh the ton on my own, let me tell you.
The driver, Mr. Jones, would be liable, as well as the owner, Mr. Jones Sr.
I'll weigh the front axle first, then I'll pull it all the way on and I'll weigh the gross vehicle weight, and then I'll weigh the rear axle. And that is including the driver and passengers at the time that we're in the vehicle, making sure that nobody decides to jump out before it's being weighed. And that then gives me my weights for each axle and the gross weight, which I can then work out the percentage of how much it was overloaded.
It's bad news for the Joneses.
It should be 3,500 kilograms.
Very bad news.
She's 35% overloaded on her gross weight. We take anything over 10% of the gross vehicle weight as being dangerous, and she's 35% overweight. It's horrendous. In my eyes, it's horrendous. 35% is dangerous.
Mr. Jones, remember earlier on you said guilty, not guilty, you are guilty. Right, okay. All right, it's 35% over.
Right.
Which is quite a bit for a small truck.
Right.
All right. Mr. Jones Sr. was adamant that it was 2 bricks too many. But obviously 35% over your weight is more than 2 bricks. I'm reporting you now for permitting that vehicle to be used overweight on a road, okay? You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned, something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
It was just one of those jobs, I think, that they thought they could knock the wall down, pile it on, don't worry about it, we'll get it back and it'll be sorted.
The job is going to cost Mr. Jones a ton of money and his son a ton of points on his licence.
He's never had a point on his licence. He's never got done for speeding. He's never got done for drinking, not me. I've never drunk. I gave up drinking when I was 24.
Never say never, Mr. Jones.
Anytime you want anything done for the Police Benevolent Fund, don't ring me.
Even though he was getting wound up at the start, he thought we had better things to do. I think he appreciated that what he did, or what his son had done, was wrong.
Buzz and Hanks are beginning to wish they had better things to do.
That's annoying, isn't it?
You alright?
It's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. That's like a kickstart there, isn't it?
Right.
Ah.
What?
It's like a kickstart.
Kickstart? You won't start like that, sure you God. Good break. Kickstart? Well, I've never seen a kickstart before on a moped.
Well, here we are.
It's like electric start.
He is a biker at the end of the day. He's supposed to know what he's doing with them. As long as somebody can get him started for him, he's all right, you know.
Don't go too fast now, because I won't be able to keep up, will I?
Aye. Perks of the job, isn't it?
I think he's going through his midlife crisis where he feels the need for speed. We found him a nice 50cc moped, and off he went. But the best thing was, as he's trying to ride off on it, he had to actually scoot himself along to get it to go. He just wouldn't move off of his own accord, you know.
Tango Mike 11. Yeah, can you cancel Dragon? We got this bike going now, and as we speak, PC Hanks is riding it down Paget Street now. Now you know why I'm not a motorcyclist.
30 miles to the north of Cardiff, in Merthyr Tydfil, PC Paul Stanley Baxter is on routine patrol on one of the estates there. He's been in traffic, or scoyed as they like to call it now, for 15 years.
We haven't been called traffic for a few years now. We were the roads policing unit, and then we became SCOID, Serious Crime Operational Intelligence Division.
PC Baxter has spotted someone he knows. He might be able to pick up some serious criminal intelligence from him.
Simon Dylan Phillips. Why the L plates up then, Simon? I just wanted to clarify really what the L plates were for. Just make sure that all the documents were in order. I've had dealings with Simon and his two sons predominantly, and that's how I know them quite well.
Stan and Simon Phillips go back a long way, around 20 years. They're on first name terms.
Oh, bad driving there, bad driving. Tango Echo 7-1, can I have a vehicle check, please? He cut across the one car. He pulled from one lane to the other as I was behind him. And also I could see, as he entered the Cyfarthfa retail park, that he wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
PC Baxter is going to have a quiet word in the car park.
It was a stop to point out these offences to him and for me to clarify some information, and it just escalated from there. Simon?
Hi.
Stopped you for a few reasons. Number one, you passed me without wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah, they had my seatbelt on.
Okay. Well, I beg to differ.
Did they have my seatbelt on? Okay. This man has been harassing me. I put a complaint in about this man.
What's this camera about?
You're in a public place at the moment. I'm speaking to the driver of a vehicle that's committed offences on a road.
I have not broken any laws. This man is breaking the law because I have put a complaint in about him. Harassing me.
Many a complaint.
Many a complaint.
He tried running me over.
He tried running my son over. He gave my daughter the abuse the other day in town.
Robbed my brother's phone.
Robbed my son's phone.
What he does, quite cleverly I suppose, he'll throw up a bit of a smoke screen. Because he'll throw in these accusations. What he doesn't tell you is the full story. Right, perhaps you'd like to do this in the patrol car then, rather than in the street.
No, I wouldn't.
I want to speak to you in the patrol car because you committed offences now whilst driving the vehicle. I want to speak to you in the patrol car.
When did I commit offence? Last time you threatened me to punch me in the face when I was in the back of the patrol car.
Did I? Okay.
You did, yeah.
Do you want to come
down on the forecourt that snows?
As I said, either we do it in the patrol car or you can be arrested and we'll do it at the police station, okay? His whole demeanour towards me was one of defence and aggression. Here we are then. Jump in here.
Any time, out of uniform.
What was that then? Sorry, was that a threat?
My uniform.
No, any time. I've got a microphone on here.
What threat do you
want
about now?
Jump in the car. The comment was along the lines of any time when you're out of uniform. He meant for me to hear it and nobody else. I don't think it's good for the image of the police force if we've got members of the public making threats towards us and acting like that towards us. I don't take too kindly making threats towards me.
Threats towards you at all, Paul, you know that.
What was meant to be just a quiet word is now turning into something a little more serious.
The comment was recorded, okay? I don't take too kindly to making that comment. You're now being reported for a public order offence. Keep your comments to yourself. Yes, you're allowed to go, Mr. Phillips, okay?
Thank you very much,
PC Baxter is hoping that's the end of the matter.
Thanks, boys.
Okay, now if you can move away from the area because you're starting now to cause problems. All right?
but they don't want to go quietly.
Listen now. Listen now. If you're trying to record now, I'm asking him kindly.
Look at this. He's going to punch me now. Oh. Do you know why?
No, you're not worth it.
You want to believe?
Yeah?
Oh, no, what a threat is that?
Do I?
You.
There we are then. Look, you're making a scene now. If you can make it away.
Hold the others and take your little box of coke.
Pardon? Listen now, join me back in the patrol car, we need to have a chat. They're very intimidating because if something happens, you will have to deal with the father and the 3 sons and the mother. The last thing we want is to show members of the public that we won't deal with people who are making threats towards us or causing problems.
Baxter's in no mood for trouble. This time, he is taking prisoners.
Right, we're going to do this down the police station, my love, all right? Got the keys.
I'm not going down to the station for nothing.
Am I going to call for assistance?
Paul, don't be so stupid. Grow up.
Are you going to go in the car? Because I need to speak to you.
Look at this. Yeah, you just spoke to me.
In the car.
I ain't going down to the station. Look at that man laughing at you.
Are you going to go?
All of them know what's wrong, man.
Are you going to go in the car now?
Paul, I'm going in being killed.
No, you want to make accusations against me. You're making threats towards me. Please jump in the car.
He's going to the police station behind you now because I'm making a complaint about him, grabbing me, looking at me as if he's going to hit me.
Yeah, I'm okay for a minute.
Okay.
There's only one woman that doesn't react like that to me, and that's my mother.
Keep your voice down if you don't mind.
Why?
Are you going to get in the car?
Why? Do you want people to know what you're doing?
Grip my wife.
Are you going to get in the car?
Grab me.
Are you going to get in the car?
What for?
You're being arrested for Section 5 of the Public Order Act.
You just told me, huh?
Well, you've been arrested, so are you going to get in the car?
What we try to do initially, and I think all police officers are the same, that if people will comply, we don't have to use physical force to assist them to get into the rear of the police car.
Can you move away from the area now then, please? You're making... Can you move away from the area? I won't ask you again.
I'm going in there.
I don't think it's a good idea if you go in there now.
I'm going in being killed. I'm
No,
going to paint.
what I'm asking you to do is leave the site now, okay?
If we are going to allow these people to shout, make threats, and act in the manner they are to police officers, I think public confidence will go down. We shouldn't be giving them the upper hand.
Ever look at me like that? Ever? You should be getting disgusted with yourself. Let me tell you that.
I know it's not a game, but at the end of the day, we've got to be shown to be doing something.
More storm clouds are gathering. With his partner, PC Hanks, tied up with the scooter, PC Lightfield is on his own, keeping a low profile in one of the force's unmarked Volvos. The stealth approach is a good way to catch irresponsible drivers off guard. They often do stupid things they wouldn't dream of doing in front of an ordinary police car.
This car turned right across my path. The driver wasn't wearing a seatbelt. The car didn't look to be in the best of conditions. So I just decided to have a chat with the driver about the seatbelt offence primarily.
Tango Bike 1 vehicle check, please.
He wasn't aware that I was following him because I was in an unmarked car. He then drove into a local Tesco store car park.
3704 St Mellons, check-in, Papa 942 Victor Golf Oscar.
In his hurry to go shopping, he's doing another stupid thing, taking a shortcut through the no entry signs and parking right outside the store in a disabled spot.
Thank you. Any insurance for a traffic offence, please?
So the next thing I got out to have a chat with him. How are you doing? Police it is. You alright? Jump out for me a sec, drive.
There's no question in PC Lightfield's mind about the driver being disabled.
Nice one.
I think he was a bit surprised to see me standing there. Your car?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your name?
Keith.
Keith. Sure about that now?
Yeah.
Okay, got any ID on you?
No.
Nothing at all, is it? Alright, come and jump in the car with me then. We'll do some checks with you. As soon as I spoke to him, I could smell alcohol quite strongly. So it was clear to me that I had a drink driver. Keith, not being funny, mate. Come and jump in the car.
The man's in no mood for a chat or having a seat in a police car.
Come and jump in the car tidy then, mate, alright?
Yeah, I will do.
Jump in the car tidy. He didn't want to cooperate, he didn't want to come back to the car. I had to sort of grab hold of him. Mate, if you walk away, mate, you're going to get locked up, aren't you? All right? So just come and jump in the car, be sensible. You're going to be on the telly, you want to look good for your mum and dad, don't you?
Boy?
Yeah,
Oh,
all right?
Do you want to let me go?
I want to let
Best
you go.
thing to do is to let me go.
Hang on a second, fella, all right? Just calm down. Don't get yourself into any more trouble. I've worked on my own for years, but in that situation, you know when things are going to go your way and things perhaps aren't. And my feeling, I didn't have a good feeling about this situation from the outset. Settle down, come and jump in the car. All I want to do is a driving licence check with you. If you're all in order, you'll be going on your way nice and calm and quiet.
Sit in the car, right?
All right? Come on. I don't want to be grabbing hold of you, mate, okay? Right, you're walking away. The car's that way.
Keith, just sit in the car, please,
Okay?
Liv. Come on.
Just come and jump in the car, nice and tidy. All right? Okay. All right, mate. Jump over there for a second. Good man.
With the man in the back of the car, PC Lightfield's troubles should be over.
When people are seated in the car, obviously they're in a confined space, you've got control of the situation. Generally, they can't open the door and get out. Been in trouble with the police at all over the years yourself? Bits and bobs? Bits and bobs. Okay, no problem. Just wait for this to warm up then. All I'm going to ask you to do, when's this device...
I'm going to have to shoot.
Hey, Keith.
Generally, the door's locked.
Thank my woman, can you give me some units of Tesco's and St.
But not
Melons?
today, it seems.
Keith.
Sorry, but
Hang on, mate. Hang on a second now. Hang on, I need to do a breath test with you, fella, all right? Come and jump in the car. I just want to make sure everything's in order, your checks are in order, and you'll be on your way, all right? It was a case with him of just trying to keep him, you know, talking at his level and coercing him in many respects. Come on. All right, mate. To my surprise, managed to get him to come back to the car and sit into the back of the car. All right, mate. Tango Mike Bowman.
PC Lightfield's put the child lock on the door now, but he's still got a bad feeling about this man, so he's called for backup again to get to the car park fast.
Okay, mate. Right. All I need you to do is blow long and hard into this device until I tell you to stop blowing, all right? Just lean forward. Just blow continuously until I tell you to stop. Blow. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's great, thanks very much. How much have you had to drink?
Pint. Maybe a pint and a half.
Pint and a half, is it? Okay, mate. Okay, this will check your breath. If you're over 35, then obviously you will be arrested. That is the legal limit. It doesn't mean you're over, it just means I've got to take you to a police station to do further tests, okay? Well, you've blown 89 you have, okay, fella? So you are over the limit at the moment. What I need to do now, take you to the police station and get you onto another machine there, all right?
The man's been drinking a strong pint.
Okay.
89 is 2.5 times the drink drive limit.
Yeah, I know that, mate. Okay.
Unfortunately, PC Lightfield's forgotten the other door lock.
Sit tight. Code 0, Tesco Savannah. Sit tight, mate.
And the man badly wants to go and do his shopping.
His mindset was, I'm going. All right, jump back in the car. So I went from a CS spray.
Come away, all right?
But I sort of took a bit of a brunt of that myself, and you've got to be mindful that if you're going to use CS, you can incapacitate yourself.
Keith, stop your shoes, right? Just get in the car, Liv, right?
Keith, stop messing about, mate.
Silly idiot, right? Don't f***ing twist it up like that, that'd be funny. Keith, like, alright, that's enough of that, isn't
Pack it in.
Keith, listen, just get into the f***ing car.
The struggle is starting to attract an audience.
I had a sort of undertone that they were a little bit sort of perhaps not on my side in some respects. So I was mindful that, you know, I don't want somebody else stepping in here and helping him out. Please, mate. No.
A passing shopper has waded in.
Listen to me. Right.
Luckily for PC Lightfield, he's an off-duty cop, and every little helps.
There we go.
No struggle.
All right.
Yeah. Let go. Okay, push him around, push him around. Okay. Okay.
Okay, peaceful.
Good, right? Yeah, me.
Keith?
Where's he going? Back here.
a minute.
Yeah. Jump in, Keith, all right?
What's your head,
Get your feet in tidy now.
Keith,
Keith.
get in the f***ing car, you silly idiot. What are you doing?
Get in the car.
Don't manhandle him like that.
Just hang on a sec. Back off. Shut the door, shut the door.
Just in the car.
Alright, go on.
Here's a code yellow. We're in custody now, positive breath test. Can we allocate the cell space for him?
The warning signal for weapon, violence and drugs.
It wasn't until after all that I then became aware that he was wanted recalled to prison.
Wanted to recall.
And then for me the penny dropped. I was then well aware of why he was so keen to get away from me.
In Merthyr Tydfil, the other difficult motorist picked up in a car park, the B&Q car park, has arrived at the police station.
It's a public order, unfortunately.
He was initially only suspected of not wearing his seatbelt before things then got out of hand. But he's calmed down now.
Can we be with that?
Has he been searched?
Yeah, I'll give him another quick search now, sir. Anything in your pockets? Put on the counter there, please. It's quite common where they're taken away from their family or their close friends. The bravado goes out of the window. With a lot of them, it is bravado. They don't like to be shown to be friendly with the police. Is there anything in here that shouldn't be in here? It's all a big show, where they all act tough and aggressive, when in fact, I think deep down, he has got problems. Making the threats and different stuff, wearing out the uniform and stuff like that. It can't be done in a public place. There's other members of the public about and, it can't be done. I don't hold grudges. At the end of the day, I'm doing a job. And as I said, we've got to show the public that we are prepared to do a job out there. All right, then, Simon, you're charged with the following offence, but for the due use disorderly behaviour within the hearing or sight of a person likely to cause harassment, alarm or distress thereby. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence not mentioned now, something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you wish to say anything? Okay. Once I had taken him away from the family, his attitude had changed totally. From initially being an aggressor towards me, he wanted to be then back to being a friend.
I thought we might be able to have a chat.
I would love to have a chat with you, Simon, but after the accusations you made, I would describe myself sometimes as a bit of a stress ball for a lot of people, where whatever goes wrong in their lives, they blame the police. And what they seem to not to realise is the fact that we're there to help them as best we can.
Now, how about coming to my house when I make a complaint about people?
When I'm working and you've made a call to the police, when have I never ever turned up to our call?
How many hours after, you mean?
I disagree with that. And you know that's different. If you complain that, sign, and you phone the police and I'm working and I'm not attending any other calls, I'll attend that. And you know that. Because I don't pick and choose.
You right, yeah, but in a way, yeah. Right. In a way, yeah.
Anything that goes wrong, it's the police. They will blame the police for everything. If they miss EastEnders, it's the police's fault. And they don't see the bigger picture. You know as well as I do, but right, I wasn't working that night, otherwise I would have come, wouldn't I?
What? All that right?
No, what's your mark for a minute?
To that side.
In Cardiff, the man who was gassed in the car park outside Tesco's has been brought to the NIC to be put on an evidential breath test machine.
Follow us down and we'll get this sorted out now. Come on in.
Right, Keith, come on in.
Come on in.
Come on in, Keith.
Down we go. Come on in. Let's get this procedure sorted out, do you know what I mean? You're going to provide us some breath?
Yeah, no problem.
Good man.
Don't touch me.
I'm not going to touch you, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to touch you. Obviously, you've just sprayed someone with CS. They're not your best friend. He was having to go through a station breath test procedure. He was in custody. He wasn't happy cookie, was he?
They required to provide 2 specimens of breath analysis by means of a food device.
The man is still feeling the effects of the CS spray. A burning sensation caused by the chemical reacting with moisture on the skin and in the eyes.
Don't rub your eyes, mate. If you just put your face in a fan it'll blow. If you rub them, it'll make it worse. Okay, just put your face down to the fan, and it'll blow the particles out of your eye. If you rub, as soon as you rub it, mate, you just make it worse.
Basically, keep when the machine's ready, okay? Actually take a quick deep breath, blow into the tube. When you start blowing, I'll bar graph in front of the screen, and I'll keep telling you to blow until I say to stop, yeah? Okay, nice deep breath, and one long continuous breath, yeah? Go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
He still had a bit of a chip on his shoulder, but he did get on with the procedure. He provided 2 specimens of breath. Okay.
The results are not a good sight for sore eyes. They confirm he's 2.5 times over the drink drive limit.
Both readings exactly the same, both 84. It's the first time I've ever been it's very sorry about it.
Well, I mean, there's no hard feelings, okay? In fairness to him, he did offer me an apology, so there we are, apology accepted. He's wanted for a recall to prison. So obviously he'd be staying in custody with us and obviously handed over to the prison service.
Her car's been kicked in by a lad round the corner.
Which one?
Which one? Which one, love?
Our intention was initially to go and speak to this boy to see his version of events and see what had gone on.
You kicked my mirror off my car! You right. I saw the like he just touched my car!
Immediately as we approached the group, she has approached them as well and slaps the one girl across the face. The boyfriend of the girl then goes to protect his girlfriend as well, but goes to attack the complainant. Algie had to prevent him from going for this girl, and it's resulted in him physically restraining him.
Listen me now, calm down and don't act like that in front of me. Right? I'm sorry. Calm down. I'm sorry, calm down now. I'm sorry, but here today, calm down.
It was a preventative measure, in fairness. It had to be done. And I think that it did work. Because number one, the boy has got up there and he's calmed right down. Or certainly calmed down a lot.
Mine.
Right.
What's happened over there?
You've damaged my car, have you?
I am touched it now.
She's pointed it out to you, but right, there's witnesses as well.
What it was, I turned round, right? He came out to the 3 horses, so I walked across here, right?
Are you going to calm down, love? One at a time now. Listen now. No, wait a minute. One at a time. Right. And I just asked him a question, and he'll answer me. Now calm it down. No buts about it. As the story unfolded a bit, it transpired, I think, that both parties knew each other or had a falling out. It could have escalated because there was a number of people in the area, and what we wanted to do was quell it there and then.
Rather than arrest her, PC Baxter's decided the best way to deal with the situation is to issue the girl who lashed out in front of him with a 48-hour banning order.
Right, no, it's no sorry about it. Where are you from?
Tredegar.
Right, you're banned from Merthyr. We now put an order on you, all right? So you're going to have a warning notice now being issued to you, because the way you were acting, and you were a driver of a car, worries me. Wait, no. Listen now. Listen now. Excuse me now, I'm not invisible, right? I'm trying to talk to you, and halfway through every time I try to talk to you, you start interrupting me.
I can feel
all right? Right, yeah, and what did you do? As soon as I asked you
to... He kicked it again.
Come and join me in the patrol car. You obviously just want to chops in front of everybody, yeah? She couldn't see that she'd done any wrong, slapping another girl across the face directly in front of us and thinking that we would do nothing about it. It was just hard work then, trying to calm her down and trying to have a conversation with her. Listen now.
I'm listening.
No,
I'm
you're not, though.
You were shouting in my face.
Yes, I am.
Stop shouting in my face, right?
You're under arrest. You're under arrest. Section 5 of the public order.
Car.
No, your car can remain here. We'll have it towed in.
No, you won't.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will. All right? Please don't tell me my job now, right? Your behaviour is disgusting.
I've done nothing wrong.
You think your behaviour is normal?
Someone who just drunk and disorderly have just kicked my car.
The only one that's being disorderly I can see is you.
I'm not even drunk.
If she hadn't calmed down and we couldn't resolve the situation, we had the power to arrest, and she had committed a public order offence.
What you did then, you got out, you've assaulted him.
I didn't hit
him,
I hit the girl.
Well, you can't just go
she
around...
came running at my car.
What damage is to your car?
I don't know, the mirror was just hanging off, I pushed it back on. Can I talk now, please?
Now she's calmed down, the girl's being allowed to go. She hasn't been arrested or given a banning order after all. But around here, it may not be the last of the matter.
You're attracting. I'm the sober one night and my car gets kicked.
If you have a fight on a Friday night, for instance, outside the local nightclub in Merthyr, you guarantee you're going to be fighting with the same person or members of that family for the next 4 or 5 months. That's the way it works, that's the mentality.
If I come and kick your car,
listen to me now, right? Listen to what I'm saying, right? It's not going to get resolved tonight. You made a complaint, so are they. Nobody's going to take it further, right? So you've been spoken to, they've been spoken to, they've gone their way. We're advising you to get in your vehicle and leave the area. All right? Thank you very much. Good night.
I'm glad we were there, because I think that it would have just perhaps turned a bit ugly. It would have turned, worse than it was. Right, it's great. Let's move some of these cars.
Common sense.
So we move down to the car park end, please, boys. So we move down to the car park end.
Unfortunately, due to people's behaviour, you all have to leave the car park. Thank you very much for your kind assistance.
My intention was to drive through the car park, the college car park, and then clear the cars that are congregated there and the people. As we were driving through the car park, my attention was drawn to a car that was driving a bit quick. So I pulled alongside to have a word with the driver.
Right, bud. What's your name, man?
It wasn't somebody I recognised, so I wanted to make further inquiries then, who he was, etc. Did he hold a full driving licence, insurance? Did he own the vehicle? Just the general questions we ask.
Are you a full licence holder? Pass the test, yeah?
The lad is old enough to drive, and he's just passed his test, but this isn't his car, and he's not insured. Not even to drive across a car park.
So you've allowed him to use it without insurance?
I didn't know.
No,
do you know what I
it's
mean?
your car. It's your car.
No, I know that, yeah, I know that.
The girl then told me that it was her mother's car, who was the policy holder as well and the insurance, and that she was a named driver on the car, but he wasn't.
So no insurance again, so we'll take possession of the car.
No insurance?
He's had a drink, but...
You're taking my car?
Yeah, we can take possession of the vehicle now, I'll explain to you.
But it's not my mother's car.
Right, but you've given him permission to use your car, or your mother's car, right? Without insurance. He has got no insurance, so we take possession of the car. We'll give you a form, and we'll give him a copy of the form as well. The way you get your car back then is to produce this form at the police station tomorrow morning with the driving licence and insurance for the vehicle, okay? I've had dealings with you before, haven't I?
No.
I think I have. Where your vehicle was involved in a fail to stop RTC in Cannon Street Aberdeen. Where is it the owner of the kebab shops?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
The girl may have forgotten him.
Yeah.
But Baxter never forgets a pretty face.
Selective memory. You find out with people because you say to them, oh, I've arrested you before, I've had dealings with you before. And they'll turn around to you and look you in the eye and they go, no, I want me. We'll have to speak to your mother now as well.
My mother's in bed with the baby. Can she come down in the morning?
No, we'll speak to the owner of the car to make sure she's given him permission to use the car.
I think she's out, to be honest with you.
Well, he just said she's in the house.
She's either in the house or she's out. She's been out, I know that much. Or she'll go mental waking up at 1:25 in the morning.
We need to know. We need to speak to the owner of the car to make sure he's got...
Or she'll play all the hell.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but we need to know...
Can't she just come down in the morning? There's insurance on it for me as an insured driver.
Right, but we need to speak to the owner of the car to make sure she would have given him permission to drive the car.
And I know it was the early hours of the morning, but I wanted to clarify in case the vehicle had been taken without permission or without consent.
Ma'am, bit of a problem. The car's been taken off me. Went in college, asked one of the boys to drive it up, and he got caught driving there. No, listen, look who stops. No, he's my friend. Just listen a minute before I say anything, please.
We spoke to the mum on the phone,
We need to know if Andrew
No, yeah,
has
I
got...
told you. Sorry.
If you don't mind.
Okay, sorry.
If Andrew has got permission to use the vehicle, if you would have given him permission. She said, yeah, I would have given him permission. So there isn't an issue with regards to taking the vehicle without consent. So the boy is reported for no insurance, and the mother then is reported for allowing him to use the vehicle without insurance.
The girls escape the law, but she'll do well to escape from her mum, who, on a technicality, has had her car seized.
I don't think it was harsh. I know perhaps we're looking into a crystal ball, but who's saying that he wouldn't have been involved in an accident or been involved in some sort of incident in that car, and he's totally uninsured. I want to ask again, let's have these cars moved out to the car park. All of them.
On the other side of Cardiff, near Penarth, PC Phil Spiteri has spotted a motorist in a bit of a hurry to get home.
Oh, he's not hanging about. I could see him in the distance, and I knew what speeds I was doing to try and catch him up.
He was.
So I know he wasn't doing 30 miles an hour. But by the time I got to him, he stopped at the junction for a red light.
Thank you very much, Operator 3512 Penarth Road. I'm checking Kilo Lima 07.
The lights have stopped Spiteri getting behind the driver for long enough to get an exact measurement of his speed. But he's pulling him over anyway.
Yes, that's noted. Thank you, over. I'm so glad you stopped at the lights. What's the speed limit along Hadfield Road, young man?
30.
Sorry?
30.
30, yeah. What were you doing? Sorry, I can't hear you.
I was going too fast.
You were going too fast, way too fast.
It's very uneven. You could close your eyes and go down that road, close your eyes, you know you're in Hadfield Road.
Have a seat in the car.
Because there's not one like it in Cardiff.
Right, tell me.
Yeah.
How old are you, young man?
18.
18. How long have you had a licence?
Year and a half.
A year and a half. What's the road condition on a Hadfield Road? What's it like?
It's a bit bouncy. Yeah.
Bit bouncy?
Yeah.
You bet it is. And what happens when you're speeding and the road is uneven like that? What happens?
We'll lose control.
Oh, you know all the stuff, but you're not putting it into practice, are you?
No, it's a bit stupid really.
A bit stupid?
Yeah.
I think it's very stupid.
Yeah.
He was a nice lad. He turned around and said, yeah, he put his hands up to everything that I was suggesting that he was doing. Yeah, I did do that. Yes, I did do that. And if we can nip him in the bud, we're doing our job.
Okay, a little bit of showing off for your friend, is it? See what the car does?
Yes, I'm doing that.
Okay, let me tell you, Chris, you've got away with it this time, young man.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is that maybe next time a vehicle could have been coming out of one of those junctions and you're going too fast to stop, young man.
The 18-year-old's had a narrow escape this time, and it's not just because his speed wasn't clocked. PC Spiteri's own son wasn't so lucky. He didn't get away with making a mistake.
Yes, I got a 23-year-old, and I got a 20-year-old. My youngest frightened me once. He'd had a serious accident. The boys on the other shift, they had to come and collect me. We thought he wasn't going to make it. They even had an FLO on standby.
Spiteri's son survived this horrific accident. He was also 18 and going too fast when he crashed.
It is weird because you know what's coming. You know, they ask you to go and sit in the family room and things like that, and I was just horrendous. And I think it was a little difficult for the officers that dealt with the incident as well. So it happens to everybody.
All right, Christopher, listen to me now.
Yeah.
Cool your heels down, young man, all right?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to kill someone.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, lesson learned.
Okay, lesson learned.
Nice.
All right. your hand outside and let yourself out. Alright?
Yeah.
Take care, Christopher.